Hello, my lovely friends. So let's welcome the month of May in. Hello, May. So, as we step foot into the welcoming arms of May, my friends, it may feel like a well earned, deserved break because, whew, in the preceding months, or you may have also been, I definitely had some moments there grappling with unpredictable forces of the eclipse, Mercury retrograde, and just the remarkable alignment of Jupiter and Uranus. It has been quite an interesting year thus far. So, we're going to be doing the May 2024 astrology forecast, cosmic predictions revealed. And if we haven't met, my friends, I'm Henry from Inspiring You. As an intuitive empath, frequency alchemist, mindfulness meditation teacher, dowsing and Reiki master teacher, and energy practitioner, I am, you might say, highly sensitive person or highly aware, whatever language resonates. But basically, I am deeply attuned to the subtle energies around us. And in my own journey of self awareness, I find it really helpful to understand the incoming cosmic energies, the alignment of the planets, if you will, the stars, and the ebb and flow of celestial currents. And by taking note of these cosmic happenings, it just is really an integral part of my self care routine. It supports my overall health of my multidimensional being and the interconnectedness, with the universe, and really just supports just taking care of me being an intuitive empath, a highly sensitive person or highly aware person of frequencies and things like that. And so, today, we're going to be talking about the astrology coming into this month. And there'll also be some other talks that are coming. I will be doing an energy forecast that talks about possible themes of the month. And with that, there'll be another talk about journal reflections about possibly how you can connect story dots in connection with the energy themes, the energy forecast. Self realization is really, in my experience, a really big part of this. Information is only information, data is only data. It's how you actually actualize the data into your life. Change can't really happen unless we're inspired to actualize the transformation process. And so that's really what, for me, inspiring you is all about. And my own experience, in my humaning experience, it's really about understanding what's really happening and connecting those story dots and allowing whatever needs to clear, and then allowing that shift to happen, to shift to a higher vibrational frequency, expand consciousness, etc., etc. So, also, I just want to share that I have an upcoming workshop on, I do this the first Saturday of every month. It's an in depth talk about the energy forecast of the month, which includes themes and things like that, which is a bit different. It's somewhat related to the astrology, but it's also much more expansive. And it really relates to possible real themes, mindfulness, and things like that that might be coming in and playing out this month. So I do an energy forecast of the month, followed by a Reiki and dowsing group sessions based on the energy forecast of the month. Because again, I am just someone who, in my human experience, it's like, how do we work with the data? How do we actually, we're getting information. And then if there's something that needs to be cleared, what tools can we possibly use? Because we are in a multidimensional experience. So, how can we use tools to support clearing and then allowing the shift to happen, possibly with more grace and ease? So I find, for me, Reiki and dowsing specifically is one of the most transformational tools. I've had some huge healings from it. I had work PTSD years ago, and dowsing really supported in terms of my own coming into groundedness and alignment in a whole nother way. And it has just been just a transformational tool for me. So anyway, I just want to invite you to, if you're interested, I'm going to put the links in the comment section. So if you want to sign up, I would love to have you. You can either come to the live, you can also, there's a replay afterwards. But everyone who signs up always says that they find this to be super helpful throughout the month. And that's also something I'm really about. I just want to, for me, it can be, y'all, it can be confusing doing this whole humaning thing. And there can be so much information out there, also just so much marketing out there on, I have the way, this is the way. And I'm just going to say right now, I'm all about layering tools and modalities. I have found from my own human experience, it has just not been one way. It has been multiple aspects that oftentimes support. And sometimes one tool can be better at some moments, another one. I tend to use the tools I tend to use most are Reiki and dosing energy healing. And a big part of it is in being somebody who's an intuitive empath. It's just really important for me to just do that self care. So, anyway, so everyone who signs up says that it's been super helpful, and there is a live Zoom workshop, and then the replay is available afterwards. I usually include some notes to support people, and then there are two ways to sign up for this, either through my Inspiring You Patreon all access level. So it is $50, and you get access to two group dowsing sessions during the month, plus two meditate with me classes a month. So basically, it's four classes. And y'all, there's also so much more. I usually add on things as I feel things are needed. And you get access to the entire library as well for meditate with me level and the all access level. And you can also send me intentions if you wish to be Reiki'd for the Reiki box. So it's really, you get a lot for it. And that's also the other thing for me. I just really want to make sure that these things are available to people. And because as we're moving through things, it's like, how do you get support and help? And so I just was really called to, the guides are really, during one of my meditations last year, they really encouraged me to do this. And I didn't even really know. I was like, what is Patreon? And they really guided me to do it, and not realizing that it was really for this year. So last year was just the building of it and me getting used to using Patreon and my human used to using it. And this year it's really I see now why I was guided last year. Anyway, so also with Patreon, you can go onto the computer and use it, or there's an app as well, which I think is so helpful to have an app for it. And you can see all the classes there, and depending on what level you sign up for. Also, so, if you don't want to sign up for Patreon, but you still want access to the dowsing recording for the energy forecast, then you can head to my Inspiring You podcast and become a paid podcast member. That is $25. So there's a couple options and a couple ways. And also, if you become a paid podcast member, y'all, there are a ton of um specially uh, produced meditations just for the paid podcast members over there on the Inspiring You paid podcast. I think there's over 70. So there's quite a bit of incredible workshops, classes, talks, oftentimes if a client of mine is going through something, I'll be guided in a meditation to then do some sort of, overall possible energy healing meditation that can support not just my client, but also other people as well. Because sometimes it comes in, one person will come in, and then the next thing you know, I'll have three or four more other people with similar challenges. And so to continue supporting them, I'll be guided to create a energy healing meditation, to channel energy healing meditation, for for them as well as other people for the highest good to continue supporting. So anyway, check it out and let's get into the what is happening now in regard to the astrology for May 2024. Okay, so this bouquet of cosmic energies that are coming in is really ushering in transformation. But with that, with transformation, my friends, there can also be disruption because something might be calling to be cleared. And so, but once you're moving through transformation with that, then you have the shifts in our lives. And so now we're coming into May. And with May, April was really about, possibly moving through that, some of that disruption and then calling in that transformation. And you may have just been starting to go through that transformation process. It just depends on, in terms of where you're at, what's happening in your own experience. And remember, everyone has, depending on where you are, it's where you are and it's the perfect place to be. It's not right, wrong, good or bad. There's an isness, and in the isness, you are in the perfect place you are supposed to be. So remember that. But with the energy of May coming in, we are finding that this is now more of a moment to take a breather, if you will, and maybe also gain some clarity on our current position. So May provides an ideal opportunity to decelerate, pause, slow down, ponder upon what we truly cherish. The initial half of the month, bathed in the warming rays of the Taurus Sun, motivates us to nourish what truly matters and to establish a stable, supportive base for all that we desire to flourish. So, as we then transition into Gemini season, it nudges us to articulate, pay closer attention to the manner in which we have been communicating, not merely with others, but also with our own inner selves. It's the ripe time to dive deeper into self understanding and introspect about our genuine thoughts and feelings. Throughout May, we encounter numerous beneficial portals that pave the way for crystallized clarity and broadened horizons of expansion of consciousness and the mind. In our cosmic exploration, through May's cosmic energies, it's really calling us to exit the month with heightened consciousness, some form of beneficial growth, and sharper clarity on our ongoing transformative journey. So here are the key dates for May 2024 in terms of the astrology. So May 2nd, the start of Pluto retrograde. On May 2nd, we kick off with an outer planet entering retrograde. Pluto in this case starts its retrograde in Aquarius but will shift back into Capricorn by the end of September. Now, Pluto retrograde may seem subtle in its energy, meaning its lessons or revelations might not be immediately apparent. In fact, it might not be until October, when the planet resumes direct movement, that we fully comprehend the implications of this period. Known as the planet of power and also the lord of the underworld, Pluto's retrograde is all about delving into unseen, secret places and unearthing deep truths. So, all of this is part of gaining fresh insight into our own power dynamics. So, then May 7th, refreshment is coming in with a Taurus new moon. So, as the new lunar cycle kicks off, we bid farewell to the eclipse season. Furthermore, expect Mercury to move out of its shadow phase, come to the following day, shedding more light and creating an immensely illuminating new moon. Prepare yourself for the invigorating rush of new energy and the enlightened needed to harness this fresh influx. So take this time to contemplate deeply on how you would like to distribute your precious moments, how you want to be in your precious moments, and understand what you genuinely cherish. Despite the steadiness usually associated with this new moon, Uranus is set to add a dash of unpredictability to the mix. Recall last month's Jupiter Uranus conjunction, a unique event occurring only every 14 years, potentially introducing some exciting surprises and unpredictable turns to your path. So, perhaps it's invoked a desire in you to broaden your vistas or to take an untreaded path away from your comfort zone, leaping into something possibly new. The new volume of your story, like we talked about in the beginning of April. One volume is closing and another volume is opening. So, the energy from this new moon could really magnify the impact of those choices or the Latin energy from the closing weeks of April. All right, May 13th, stride out of Mercury's shadow phase. So, Mercury concluded its retrograde orbit on April 25th, though only now it has fully emerged from its post retrograde shadow. As Mercury flexes its cosmic muscles, you can experience an emboldened sense of certainty when it comes to signing contracts, initiating long term plans, and establishing commitments. So then, May 15th, Mercury enters Taurus. This date marks the transit of the communication planet, Mercury, into the earth sign Taurus. In this phase, we might find ourselves driven to be more thoughtful and slow paced in our interactions. From personal reflections to our conversation with others, every expression seems primed to be laced with intention. So, why not use this time for journaling or simply jotting down your thoughts? Affirmations spoken to oneself and to others hold a heightened power during this period, thanks to Mercury in Taurus potentially offering an extra bit of revitalizing energy to our lives. So, May 20th, the entry of Sun into Gemini. As per the celestial calendar, the Sun transitions from steady Taurus, known for its firm footing, to the sociable and sharp witted Gemini on the 20th of May. Belonging to the air sign, Gemini indicates that our energy will shift from our lower chakras to our higher ones. This is an opportunity to stoke our creativity and express and our expression. Considering that Gemini rules the realm of language, the Gemini season is the perfect platform for honing our communication skills and, dexterity. This time also invokes a beautiful balance of our also just in terms of elements. So, as an embodiment of the Gemini twins, we're reminded of the dichotomy that characterizes our existence, the transient body and the eternal soul. Then the full moon in Sagittarius on May 23rd. Get ready for the full moon in Sagittarius, known for its influence to trigger expansion and enlightenment. It may seem as if you're eager to broaden your worldview, perhaps shifting your perceptions or sparking an interest in new ideas. Embrace the sense of adventure and whimsy that is often associated with the Sagittarius full moon. Neptune, too, is particularly active during this phase, adding an infusion of intuitive and imaginative flair. Remember, the full moon often amplifies our sensitivity. You might experience disturbed sleep, heightened emotions, but don't be alarmed. This is par for the course. Use your tools, use your energy healing tools specifically. It can help you shift, it tends to help you shift a lot faster and come into that grounded aligned space, and just supports you with more ease and grace. Your intuition during this time, you may find it often will be even a louder voice during the full moon, making it the perfect time to release any pent up emotions, non beneficial energies, frequencies, vibrations, patterns, and welcome more fun and adventure into your everyday routine. All things considered, expect this full moon to be more tranquil than those of previous months. Okay, May 23rd, Venus graces Gemini. So this is a perfectly timed to coincide with the approach of Jupiter. Venus slides into Gemini. This alignment gives us with the indulgence in sociability, being really sociable, compelling us to tap into our extroverted characteristics. So don't hesitate to reconnect with old friends and embrace being the life of the party, my friends. Also, Venus in Gemini doesn't shy away from creativity. It rather flirts with it, opening up opportunities for crafting, being creative, and other work requiring intricate hand skills. So that makes me really happy because some of you may already know I have been in a knitting group since last year. Been learning how to knit, and I love that. I love knowing that. So anyway, and by the way, my knitting is rather slow. It's not really about being so proficient. It's just really about the joy of getting together with friends and being in that creative aspect and crafting. Okay. And if you are somebody who knits and crafts, I would love to hear from you. Please put it in the comments and let me know what you love to do or what brings you joy and what you're learning. Okay, Jupiter in Gemini, May 26th 2024 through June 8th, 2025. Yes, you heard me say that right. So, one of the year's defining events is Jupiter's move into Gemini. Jupiter spends about 12 months in each sign of the zodiac. So, its move tends to color and shape the themes for the year ahead. So, as Jupiter transitions into Gemini on May 25th, it brings significant influences to anticipate. The planetary giant takes roughly 12 months to orbit through each zodiac sign, which means its motion significantly impacts themes for the upcoming year. With Jupiter entering Gemini, expect magnified attention centered on sectors like communication, travel, transport, and media, perhaps leading to growth or heightened exposure in these fields. From a personal perspective, Jupiter's leap into Gemini nudges us towards a focused assessment of our communication styles and authenticity. Some of you may have heard in the last couple of years where I've talked about communication courses, communication books, and I cannot say it enough. Continue learning and growing and evolving your communication styles. It is so, so important and so helpful in so many ways. And I've taken many classes from the mindfulness teacher, Orrin J. Sofer. He's got several books and his courses. I've taken several of them and I have just really learned a lot. And it just helps also just being in classes to hear how to actually utilize just expanded communication styles. So, okay. So, with this planetary change, you might find yourself face to face with some uncomfortable truths about your expression's authenticity. But rest assured, my friends, this shift is an opportunity, an ignition switch that might propel you to express your thoughts more openly and genuinely. So, it is an opportunity in terms of transformation and healing. And you might be surprised in terms of your greater shift and where you'll end up. So be willing, my friends, to heal, grow, evolve, learn, grow, heal, evolve. So, with Jupiter in the realm of communication, movement, and media, we're likely to witness a burgeoning growth in these sectors as individual beings. This Jupiter really is inviting us, this Gemini Jupiter invites us for introspection. It pushes us to rethink our method of expression, communication, compelling us to eliminate, let go of any kind of inauthenticity. We may also feel a magnetic pull towards writing or teaching, or even feel an urge to share our life experiences. So, you may feel a sudden surge of inspiration to jot down your thoughts in a journal, weave a tale into a novel, or initiate a podcast. So, as Jupiter takes place in Gemini, your verbal and written expression can become more influential in inspiring you to seek platforms for your amplified messages. So, this Gemini season isn't only about earthly communication, it's a reminder of our spiritual existence within the human world, signifying the dance between the ethereal and the earthly under Jupiter's residence in Gemini, really striking that harmony between these two aspects of our being, becoming just that more highly connected, highly aware, and being able to be embodied and shifting in a whole greater way. So Jupiter in Gemini is going to bring a strong focus in all the areas of communication, travel, transport, and media. We may see an expansion or spotlight shown on these industries, So just remember, on a personal level, Jupiter and Gemini will guide us to look at our own communication. The movement of Jupiter into Gemini on May 25th, really inviting you to go deeply into your communicative styles and evaluate your own authenticity and your own communication styles. So, this might involve examining some hard truths about how sincerely you've been expressing yourself. This planetary shift could be a catalyst leading you to articulate your thoughts in writing, educating others, or voicing your personal journey. It can infuse you with inspiration to start maintaining a journal, penning a novel, launching that podcast. So, with Jupiter nestled in Gemini, your voice will resonate more powerfully and inspire you to carve out platforms for your beneficial, inspiring messages, echoing your beneficial, inspiring messages. So, diving deeper, Jupiter in Gemini also, like I mentioned, bridges the gap between our earthly existence and spiritual essence. Understand this: we are ethereal beings navigating the human realm, trying to strike that balance in this aspect, in this dichotomy. We are light in physical form, and we really are being encouraged under Jupiter's presence in Gemini to strike this balance of light and physical form. Because on a deeper level, the celestial configuration can bridge the gap between our human identity and our spiritual existence, remembering we are spiritual souls undergoing a human journey. We are we are spiritual souls undergoing a human journey. I was trying to say journey and Gemini at the same time. So we are spiritual souls undergoing a human journey, and Gemini Jupiter is here to assist with maintaining this equilibrium. Okay. Which is just interesting that I just kind of had that like moment in my own communication where I was then also trying not to laugh because I'm talking about communication and evolving it. And there was a moment where I'm like, oh, I should probably stop this and re-record. And I'm like, you know what, y'all, we're talking about authenticity. I am not going to re-record it. It is it. I was like I said, I was trying to put the word journey with Gemini, and I had to take a moment and use my tools and take a breath. And it's all about being authentic. And here I am. I am in my authenticity, and I'm going to put it out as is. And in that as is, it is perfect as is, because I'm talking about the communication and learning, growing, and evolving. We are here to learn, grow, and evolve. Learn, grow, and evolve. So, with that, that was my moment. And we're here to do that. We'll have many moments. So with Jupiter in Gemini, a landscape of mental growth, expansion, buoyant optimism, personal evolution, and earnest intentions toward bettering this humaning experience, this humaning earth experience through equitable and pragmatic changes to enhance the experience for all here. And that includes for Mother Earth too. We are literally in her physical body. Okay, May 28th through the 30th, activating the Aldebaran Silver Gate Beneficial Portal. Not sure if I said that right. Hopefully I did. Um, Mark your calendars as the sun aligns with the royal star. Aldebaran sparking off a high frequency energy beneficial portal that many astrologers refer to as the Silver Gate portal. I always say Silver Gate Beneficial Portal because as an energy practitioner, I am just in this human experience, I'm just really aware of portals in general, beneficial and non-beneficial. And so, in my own work, the guides just, work with my human to use communication and language like that. So, anyway, feel free to, however it resonates for you. You do you, my friends, right? So, So this event of this Silvergate beneficial portal, this event unleashes energy waves that have the potential to fine-tune our mental capabilities, amplify our intuition, and broaden our wisdom. Also known as a haven for souls anticipating reincarnation on Earth. I thought that was really interesting. Aldebaran offers a reflective space where we can connect with our higher self, soul, and explore our soul's contracts as well. Also, dodging despair, we can bask in the assurance that we are on earth to learn, evolve, and that every experience we encounter may hold wisdom keys to your evolution. So we are here on earth to learn, evolve, and that every experience we encounter may hold wisdom keys to your evolution. So, with that, my friends, that is the astrology component. And I will be doing several other talks on the energy forecast and some journaling as well. But with that, as we journey through May's energies, may we all emerge with heightened awareness, newfound expansion, and a clearer understanding of our transformative path. And may you be in peace and joy, my friends. Much, much, much love. Happy May, and I would love to hear from you too. So please feel free to like, follow, comment, reach out, and have a beautiful day, my friends. Thanks so much.